Hi, my name's Noelle, and this is your light bulb moment with Let Mommy Sleep. Today we're going to talk about bottle-fed babies and how much they need to eat in a day. It's every new mom's biggest question: how much do I feed my baby? Well, I'm going to give you some general guidelines, but of course, always consult with your doctor if you have questions. During the first month of life, a breastfed baby needs to eat approximately every 2 to 3 hours. During the first week, you'll most likely be feeding your baby about 25 milliliters to 45 milliliters. Always burping the baby at the end of the feeding. During week 2, you'll increase to about 1 to 2 ounces per each feeding. Week 3, 3 to 4 ounces. And by week 4, your baby should be reaching about 4 ounces per feeding. A baby will plateau here for about the next month. However, if you are noticing you're giving your baby 4 ounces and they're still showing you hunger cues at the end of each feeding, they may need some more to eat. Hunger cues are when you see your baby rooting, turning heads side to side, looking for the bottle, taking their hand to their mouth, or have an increased level of alertness. Crying is a late sign of a hunger cue, and we'd really like to get the baby fed before they get to that point. By month 2, your baby should be drinking about 4 ounces every 2 to 3 hours during the day and 3 to 4 hours at night. You may find your baby sleeps for longer stretches, and as long as your doctor has not indicated otherwise, it is fine to let baby go for longer periods of time. Be mindful, if your baby goes for a long stretch at night, their next feeding might be larger than usual. During month 3, your baby will need to start increasing their volume intake to about 5 to 6 ounces per feeding. At this age, you will see an increase in the length of time between feedings. This is perfectly normal as long as your baby has gained weight regularly and your doctor hasn't indicated otherwise. Something that all moms should know is something called dream feeding. This is a feeding that you give your baby after they've already gone to bed, but before you to go to bed. What you would do is go into your baby's room and feed them with lights low and very little sound. Babies will rarely wake up. This will allow them to continue their deep state of sleep, fill up their tummies, and they won't wake up hungry. They'll sleep for a longer period for you as well. Always be sure to hold your baby upright for about half an hour after each feeding. That way you'll know they'll go back to sleep successfully and they won't wake you up with a burp. During baby's first week of life, their stomach is about the size of a cherry. Their feeding should be approximately 25 to 45 milliliters. A feeding of that size would look approximately about this much. I understand it can be intimidating when you have a big bottle to put more liquid in it, but honestly, their tummies aren't quite ready for the increase in feeds. By week 2, you'll see an increase of 1 to 2 ounces. Let me show you how much that would look like. This is approximately an ounce. This is what their feeding on week 2 should look like. Approximately 1 to 2 ounces or 30 to 60 milliliters. By week 3, we're going to increase again to 2 to 3 ounces or 60 to 90 milliliters. Most bottles you'll find will have both the milliliters and the ounces on them for your convenience. This is what their feed would look like on week 3. Week 4, we're going to increase 3 to 4 ounces or 90 to 120 milliliters. And that's what that looks like. Always be mindful that during the first weeks of life, babies don't know how to stop eating, and it is up to you to be sure that you're feeding them adequately, but not overfeeding them. If you find that baby is fussy at the breast or fussy at the bottle, then you know that they are full.